Whoa, it's sugar beet season, baby. It's time. Never done a root harvest before, but we're loving it. Jumping right back in, and we got a ton of sugar to drop off and process. It should be good. And fill your sweet tooth, so sit back and relax for episode 136 of Elk Mountain. What's going on, everyone? Dirty Randy here, and it's a rainy day in September. What you gonna do, I guess? Is that a deer or the dog? I think that's a deer. Yeah, there's a couple of them. The little skimpy legs. They were going single file to hide their numbers. Right, how easy is that to fill this guy up now? You absolutely love to see it. That really just makes life so much easier as long as we keep that guy topped up. Our cows are quite happy, as am I, because the work we gotta do and the amount of time we gotta deal with them is significantly cut down. Ooh, and that sun is just coming up. It's looking real nice, even with the wet fields. Got a little bit of reflecting going on there, but I would really love for this to clear up, just because we got some harvesting to do. We gotta finish off our sugar beets, and we still got a fair bit left. It's not a fast job by any means, so the sooner we can get out there, the better. I mean, the rain is kind of nice because I can get the animals dealt with and not really feel too bad about it as far as, you know, time-wise and feeling like I should be out in the field. However, if it doesn't clear up soon, then, well, we'll be in a little bit of a pickle, and that's not what you want. I did take off the front loader, and hopefully that fixes our issues with this thing getting bogged down in first gear. I think, honestly, just having it on there, the extra horsepower it was using and soaking up was enough to just bog this thing down when it's fully loaded, or even when it's not sometimes, and you're just in first gear. Whereas I just literally just took it off. It was on there this morning and was having some issues. Just little light bulb went off, and I was like, hey, what if we take this off? And as soon as I did, it didn't get bogged down again. I don't know if that's just coincidence, but normally it gets bogged down out in the meadow there after we finish feeding them, and that didn't happen today after we've taken it off. So I think that might have solved our little problem, as small as it was. Just enough room to squeeze out of there. I figured we'd leave that one in the barn, considering it's still raining out, and now that we can fill up pretty easily with 2 full loads each day, no problem there. We seem to have some mix left over, which is fine by me. Oh, we're not going to be able to squeeze in with that one, but that's okay. We're going to get close enough that we can get some straw going and maybe finish off the bale that's in there with any luck. That would be nice. Come on, give it to me. Guess what? Yeah. Oh, man. Well, that'll have to wait for another day. Alright, and we got our water tanker still pretty much in position here, which hopefully should make our lives easy. If we have enough to get this one full, at least. Ooh, doggy. 3% left in here, so not a lot. Literally, like, what, 150 liters, not even. And we filled those guys up, so. Alright, that worked out. In the essence of time, I just put in 50% instead of waiting for it to fill all the way up, because I knew they wouldn't need it. And sure enough, they only took, like, 15% or so. But now we can just drop this guy off here, and he can get topped up. Well, we're all finished with the animals now, so that's amazing. However, this rain is still hanging out, and that's not what you want. I would say we could move some product over into the mixing station. However, all of our trailers, I believe, are over at the soybean fields, so that is also not what you want. I suppose we could do something a little different this morning. Oh, you know what? Actually, I feel like we got to drain some milk out. So let's do that while we have the opportunity, and that I thought of it, just looking over at our dairy here. This is where our other trailer is, and I know we're getting pretty full in one of them again. So even if we can drop stuff off here, that would be really useful. However, that trailer's kind of in the way, but shouldn't be too big of a deal. I think we'll be able to squeeze in there. Alright, well, hey, 28,000 liters, and this thing is nice and full. Should be plenty of weight to keep the back end down there going over those bumps. And you know what? Rain's still coming down. No harm in just bringing it straight into town. And from there, you know, if the rain cuts out and we're on our way back, we could just stop right off at the field, and it's no big deal. But hopefully it's gone soon. Otherwise, yeah, the other job there, I was thinking we've got to bring up the stone picker to the other farm, as well as spread some lime up there. We've got to spread some lime down here as well, and we're ready to. However, we got to pick stones up there first and spread lime, but I'd like to get the stones picked first. So it's kind of a what do we do situation, especially with this rain. If it's going to hang out too much longer, you know, at a certain point we're going to have to call it and just be like, hey, you know what, we got to get it done either way, and we might lose a little bit of yield in our harvest, but that's, you know, hey, way it goes this year. Alright, just turning in here, and we've made it to our big dairy, so they should hopefully have room for all this stuff. Well, alright, she's emptied out, and I was just looking at the weather report while that was draining, and it said the rain is supposed to be gone around 8 o'clock, and it's 8:15 right now, so I don't know what's up with that. Weatherman, come on. Man, I suppose we probably, at this point, no reason why we couldn't get a couple weather antennas installed just around town, you know, and just get a lot more accurate reports. You know, we could have one at the farmer's market there, just to know what it's like on the outskirts, just in town there, a little bit more, and then, you know, kind of on our farms and stuff like that. That way we know for sure what's going on around here. Because, yeah, I want to get out there, but we know, hey, thankfully, hopefully, it should clear up around 9:30 at the latest. I mean, that's still kind of unfortunate, but what can you do? At least we have everything out there ready and set up, good to go. And whoa, deer out of nowhere. Looks like our cultivator's there, but you know what? We actually need to plow that field, not cultivate it. We need to get down and deep in there. So we might have to go swap out that implement as well. I guess that's something that we could do while it's raining. I don't know. It's getting down to that point where it's just like, come on, go away, rain. We don't want you here anymore. Alright, well, we got it out, and, you know, if we gotta plow this field up, I'm almost thinking, why not just get a real big one? You know, we have one that's actually really good, and I do like it. I suppose we could just use that guy for time's sake, but it's nice to have just a big old boy sometimes, especially with kind of a circular field. You're just doing laps with it, but equally, let's just use what we got for today. I think we might have to just hop in and start getting our harvest done. Is what it is. Like I said, or I guess we could go bring up that stone picker to the other field, and just, that's one less thing done as well. And we're also spending the time and gas going up there, where we could just do it once when we're actually planning to do some stuff up there. Because once we get going, I know, like, the rain will stop pretty much right after, and then we'll be like, oh, okay, well, let's go back to the harvest. So I don't know, maybe we start plowing right now. and get a little bit of a head start on that. And we're going to have to go over it, drive over it a little bit, but that's okay. We're going to have to probably stone pick and whatnot down here as well at some point, but we're not going to be able to replant in this field this season, whereas our other fields are good to go with that, so I'm not too worried about that. We'll get to it when we get to it. Boom. And you know what? I guess we also could start getting a planter, or our seeder. Well, we don't have a seeder down here. We have our planter down here. Oh, boy. Yeah, get that going. Alright, well. Oh, yeah. We got some big rocks we're kicking up. And, yeah, we're just going to get to it. At least the headland will be done. You know, I've committed to 1 lap of that, even if the rain stops right now. I'm just going to finish 1 lap at least. And then that's done, thankfully. Like I said, we'll probably end up driving over some of this, but it's all going to get worked probably a couple times before anything goes in the ground, so I'm not too worried about messing up the stuff. Hey, and the rain stopped. Just like that. What I say, you start doing field work, starting something else, and rain goes away. But that's not bad. We'll give it, you know, 5-10 minutes to just be until we hop in there with it. But, you know, plants are wet at this point, soil's wet, not much we can do about it. But thankfully the rain's gone, and it's one of those foggy days now where the sun's up, but it's been raining. Very atmospheric. So we'll finish up just this little lap here, and then we can continue on with harvesting. And like I said, I'm not too worried about the rate at which this field gets completed, but at least we're out here with a plow now and starting stuff. So if this tractor and implement just stays over here, not the end of the world. We can kind of hop in whenever we get some time to do so. Alright. It would be interesting if this field's connected to that other one there, so it's not a circle, it's like a big ball attached to that weird shaped field. Yeah. Alright, well, we pretty much made it up to our vehicles. Hopefully we got room to get by. We should get by the harvester there. We'll be good. And we'll just finish up to where we started. We'll hop into the harvester and we'll get going. Looks like we're pretty much 2 trailers full or nearly already. This thing fills up quick with those beets. And the nice thing is, at least, we've given them some time to start processing over at the sugar plant there. And it should be pretty good. We should also probably have some chicken wangs that are nice and tasty and cooked by now. We could go sample if we're hungry for some lunch at some point. There we go. We talked our way through a lap. We did it. Let's jump into the combine. It's not even, is it a combine? It's just a harvester. Oh. I don't know, man. Alright. You can hang out there. Looking good. I always leave the lights on. Every time. There we go. Well, I just got the tractors into quite the cluster, hey? That's, interesting. I turned way harder than I meant to, and, got way too close. And yeah, now it's, a good time. So, let's see how she straightens out. Oh! Wonderful. Okay, well, could be worse. We're gonna shut her down there. We can probably turn those lights off for now. I don't see... Oh yeah, no, this guy needs an unload. So you know what? Let's just follow him down for the next pass. Hooah! Back in here real quick. And we can get him unloaded. That way he can just keep going. And we can maybe hop in the plow and at least start that off. Oh yeah, that thing's loaded full of sugar bait. And we can get going on that as well. At least that way we're at least being a little bit more productive and doing a couple things now that we've kind of caught up with our harvest and all that. Coming into the last little bit, what is this man's doing? Like, you have all the world on this field to turn around. That's why I gave you a ton of space on the outside, and you're still doing this stuff, man? And you're not even lined up nicely either. Like, it's kind of concerning, man. Alright, well, at least we can get him unloaded. He can keep doing his thing. I asked you to do it. I didn't tell you how to do it. That's fine. It's getting done. Alright, I feel like we barely made a dent in the hopper there. He must have been real close to 100%. Oh, are we too far? We were too far. Alright, if you could just stop here, that would be ideal. Don't keep going. Just let me unload. Yep, and into the next one. No, 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 no. Into the next one. Into the next one, guy. Yeah, I'm going to block your path. There we go. Let's get you just fully unloaded, man. Fully unloaded, and you can just have at her, and you should be able to get a good amount more done. Okay, yeah, well, why would you... Man. What are you doing? What are you doing? Just stop for a hot second, man. These guys are crazy, I tell you. Why would you drive into me? I'm clearly just gonna... I was blocking you in the first place. We just were unloading. Some people, I tell you. Alright, well, this can get pulled up right here, I suppose. Wouldn't hurt. Kind of like we were doing before. There we go. Oh yeah, we got her fired back up. That's good. And you know what? Let's just send it. I don't even care. We're just going to get it done. We're going to go across the field. Oh, that's not straight at all. That's fine. And then we'll just start plugging away at this section here and see if we can't chunk that out and go from there. We'll probably have to unload them. Hopefully we can get this like section done, or if not close to being done, before we gotta unload again. And by that time we'll probably have to go make another trip, because we'll be nice and full of sugar beet, and we've unloaded everything we have so far into our new sugar factory. I'm really wondering how much more they can handle in there, you know, because yeah, that's a lot to process, and it's just straight up sugar beets. They take up a lot of space. That's why we've had to take so many trips over there with 4 trailers full each time we've gone over. So it's been a big harvest, to say the least. First time doing this, and you know what? It's just a big job. You know what I mean? I feel like maybe even having 2 harvesters rolling on this, and just dealing with the logistics of getting it to and from might be the way to go next time. Although that obviously would be very expensive. But I mean, I feel like the amount of sugar we're gonna make out of this field is like, we're gonna have enough for years for ourselves. So we're definitely gonna be exporting a lot and making a lot of money from it too. So, you know, if we clear 50 grand, call it maybe 60 for diesel and running costs, expenses, and some stuff like that, maybe seed, whatever, some fertilizer, then whatever else we make is a bonus. And of course we'll be using some for our bakery and stuff like that, and our dairy to just make chocolate and whatnot. So we are going to be using some and making profit off of it. It's not just completely for selling, although the majority of it probably will just get bulk sold. So I'm looking forward to that. Kind of like our flour, where we just have absolute ton of it. It's probably going to take a while for a lot of it to process, because it's only the one type that we're making right now of sugar, whereas we're making 2 different types of flour at the moment, and possibly with a third on the way. I was thinking we might want to do some oats. Oats? Barley? Barley oats? I don't know. Oh, I'm confused. Either way, one of those two. I don't even... Is oats even a crop type? I'm losing my mind here for a moment. All is good, though. Okay, we got this little section done. How's our friend doing? You know what? He's in a good spot for us to go catch up to him, I think, if we can. Thanks to his weird little back it on up routine. Hopefully that gives us enough time. Even with the weight in here, it might not, though. And I know this guy is obviously eager to get stuff done with his driving into us and whatnot. So, how about that, son? Your beacons aren't even on, but that's fine. I just want to get you unloaded, keep you rolling the best we can. Yeah, just keep rolling. Just keep going into the third one. Like that. You didn't even know you were moving. Wonderful. Oh, you got lots of room to take this, too. So we're going to get rolling. That way he doesn't drive into us, which you know he's going to, because we have a huge... What are you... My mans! This is actually nuts, my friends. Alright, well, he's unloaded for now. Completely back to empty. We don't have room, I don't think, for a complete full hopper if the beacons are going off, you know. But we still have like a full trailer and a half, so I think we can get pretty close. And even if he still has some left in there, I know he only gets to about 60% if he's completely empty by the time we can get to the sugar mill and back. So if that stays kind of consistent, that means hopefully he won't be full by the time we get back, and we'll be kind of just in time to unload him once again and keep going with this. It's already about 4:30 in the day, though, so this really has taken us all day. And again, if it wasn't for that rain, we might be done by now. We did have to kill a couple hours this morning, but equally, we got done everything we needed to do, and then some with the milk there, just a little touch, and we were able to get the plow put on here as well. Otherwise, I don't think we probably would have found the time to throw this on there and actually start doing it. So we might not be doing as much harvesting in the harvester there for the sugar beets as we maybe would have wanted to with our first time, but at the same time, we got to get stuff done, you know. So having somebody run through that while we're transporting back and forth is super helpful, especially because we're rolling with 4 trailers on there. You know, I just probably more comfortable doing that myself than sending someone off to do that while we're running in the harvester. So, you know, we did we got some time in there today and the other day as well, so it's not like we haven't done anything with it. Alright, and this plow, you know what? I love it. It's does the job. It gets down deep enough. It is wide. You almost need some wires connecting the side just to keep them like nice and just down there. But the hydraulics do a pretty bang up job. So, alright, that's that little section done. I know it's not a lot, but it's something, and it's one of those things where you just keep plugging away at it, and it just makes your life easier. If we can kind of do this on all 4 sides, if you will, then we just got a big square left to do in the middle. So that's kind of cool. We're getting her done. We'll do one more pass down through there, an area we cleaned up, and we'll probably go unload after that and make another trip, drop off some more sugar beet, and see where we're at. Geez, I can't believe we're almost done this harvest and how much we're actually getting out of it. It's pretty wild, to say the least. This field is just so deceptively large. Like, you don't feel like it is. It's like, oh, it's just a circle, whatever, do some laps. But, like, they're big laps. Big laps. Wow. All right. Well, just watching them turn around honestly makes me angry. Like, that is the reason we've been out here literally all day, is because they don't know how to turn around this machine. Like, for real, what's with the driving over the crops, backing up, straightening out, and then you don't even get the full width. Like, they're still not even using the full width. So, like, that's just infuriating to watch, honestly. Like, just go for the big loop. You got lots of space. And then, boom, drop her down. There you go. Like, there's no reason for all this gooberness. I don't even know what to call it. It's just, either way, we're almost done, at least. And we're plugging away at this. You know what? We'll finish it off ourselves. I couldn't stand watching them continue on doing that. It was actually just, like, mind-boggling how annoying that was. So, yeah, is what it is, I guess. Now we know it's been a learning experience, and I think, you know, in the future, this is definitely a job, like I said, get 2 of them out here, or get somebody that has a little bit more experience, perhaps, with these big machines would be helpful, because, yeah, this is like almost the second full day, which is a month in the game here, of harvesting this stuff, and you know, it's not that big of a field. It's a big field, but it's not that big of a field. Come on, you know. So I mean, we're plowing it up, and we just started that. We're halfway done with the plow. You know, we're not gonna finish that up today, but I'm just saying, in comparison, like, you know, and I know we're harvesting. The plow is much wider, but still, you know, that driving was just unacceptable. So, thankfully, we're almost done here. The sun is just going down. We got the nice rays of light with the sunset coming down. Very lovely. Oh yeah, there you go. You turn into it. It's so nice. Alright, we got 2 more. 1.5. We'll see. I don't know. Is that the full width of one? I feel like that's pretty close to the full width of it, you know? But also part of me feels like it's not. So, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Moment of truth right here. Crop on the other side? No. Wow. Well, there you go. Ba-boom, boom, boom. Pull that up. Turn it off. Oh, no. We're going to be in the way. Well, you know what? That's a good spot for them to probably finish up anyways. Because, like I said, we are in the way, and the sun's going down. We've got way more than I expected done as far as plowing this field, which is awesome. Which means if stones get picked on here, obviously I think we'd probably have to spread some lime as well, but not a huge deal. Oh, and that's it. All right, well, I'm just going to stop that for a hot second. Hello, my friend. Yes, feel free. Yeah, hello. Oh my god, don't hurt me, please. All right, well, all the machinery is shut off in the field. The plow is still out there because that's going to keep on rocking probably tomorrow morning. I don't see why not. We're going to go dump off the rest of this harvest. That way all of it's just done, dealt with, out of our hair. And the combine, the harvester there, that guy will probably have to stay there for the evening. It's probably too late for the shop to come and pick that up, but all good. We can let them know that it is ready for pickup. We're not using it anymore. Don't charge us for another day, please. So that is all good. That'll get picked up whenever they can swing by and do that. And we're making good progress, you know. I'm excited to get all this sugar up and rolling and just go sell a bunch of it, honestly. See how that goes. And we'll get a final count on how much sugar we've got, or sugar beet rather, we've got put into here. Alright, well, we got it all dropped off. We just popped our head in there to get a final count, and we're 4,000 liters shy of 500,000. So that is a lot. Almost 500,000 liters of sugar beet to be processed. That's a lot. And, you know, if it breaks down into more little grain particle sugar thingies, then, yeah, that's going to be a lot of bagged sugar. It's going to be a lot of weight and a lot of product to move. But ain't no thing wrong with that. Nobody coming that way. We'll keep on tractoring and head back home. You know, it's been a good one. We've gotten so much done there. That field, well, that was it's an interesting experience for sure. But we got it done nonetheless, and that was kind of the last little key we needed to get sugar for ourselves, for making a bunch of chocolate and baked goods and stuff like that. So that is super exciting. We got it done, even if it did take a while and be a little bit of a headache. It is a finished job. So there you go. That's probably going to have to be it for this episode. We'll get this stuff put away, and we'll see you in the next one. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and we got lots more to come. Countdown to maybe the last 15 episodes. I don't know, something like that. Maybe wrap it up at 150 and go check some stuff out back home in Canada. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. You know, let me know your thoughts down below. If you made it this far, you a real one. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one, all right? Bye-bye.